guys, I just wanted to show you some tricks and tips that I do to cover up my very acneic skin. Just with all the stress, I have really hormonal acne always anyways, but it really acts up. So I'll show you what I normally do and how I beat my face into submission. So here we go. So I'm first gonna start obviously with primer. So I've been using this one, Julia. Just always shake it up. And you just want that to feel a little bit tacky and not too wet, so the makeup can really adhere. And then I'm also gonna go in with a NARS eyelid primer. Just do just a couple dabs on my eyelids. All right, so I have two different foundations I use. I really like them both, but one is a lot more expensive, so I save it for more special occasions. So I've got the Born This Way, that's my normal daily one, it's shade Ivory. And then I also have the Yves Saint Laurent All Hours, and that's in BD20. This one is like $80, so I just don't always use it all the time. But I'm gonna use it today. So I just put a little bit on my back of my hand. And I take my beauty blender and make sure, obviously, to wet your beauty blender. And then I just put a little bit on the end and I start kind of stipling it on and really targeting where I have majority of redness, but obviously I put it everywhere. I personally like really full coverage. So. And what I like about the beauty blender is that it gives you more of an airbrushed. I find whenever I use a brush, it kind of creates like streaks and lines. Because when you have acne, you really want to avoid more texture to your skin. You're trying to, because you already have such textured skin, so trying to make it as smooth as possible. And then there's some areas where I just have a lot more redness, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more in those spots. All right, so now I'm gonna take my concealer. I'm using Morphe concealer in 1.25. I sometimes also use the Too Faced one, which I like as well. And I'm just gonna put that under my eyes just to get rid of those dark circles. And a little bit more just to really cover that redness. I like to really cake it on. And then also the areas that as women normally get redness around your nose, hormonal area, maybe a little bit there. And then I go back in with my beauty blender. And when I use the beauty blender, I really like to just press it into the skin. I don't like to smudge the product around. Just so you get maximum deposit. Now with my eyes, just because I'm starting to get little wrinkles around the eyes, as a lot of people do, I like to blend one eye and then bake it and then do the other. I don't like to blend and then, because I find then once you have a little line set in with your foundation, you're gonna have a wrinkle that you just can't get out. So I'm gonna use for setting this Ciate. It's called Everyday Vacay, and this is just a translucent setting powder. I sometimes also use the Fenty Beauty Butter powder. And then I also have one of these. This is just like kind of a beauty blender product, but it's more for baking. So you just tap a little bit in and then just apply quite liberally. This isn't gonna stay like this. It just sets it from smudging around through the day. I go right up to my eye. And I don't like to be shy around my eye. I like to get really, really close. But be gentle, because that skin is very delicate. All right, and I'll go back and do the other eye. I kind of go on the sides of my nose because I notice a lot of people get separation. I know I do on my nose a lot. And then after, I'm also gonna go and bake down my nose, but I just apply it really gently. For some reason, I can easily have issues with my nose makeup separating. And into my T-zone. I don't go too far up into my forehead because I don't want to look so powdery and emphasize dryness. And then I also go set all of this. Just kind of press it on. And this is just to bake it in, so it's not going to stay looking like this. But all right. So while that's kind of baking, I don't normally let it bake too long, just because I don't really have that much time in the morning. I do right now, but not normally. I'm gonna do my brows. So I've got this little brow set right now. And I got it in just a BoxyCharm box, but it has different powders, different tones. So I'm gonna use this one. I have dark hair, but I don't like to go really dark because I think it looks really harsh. So I think if you have dark hair, you should always have one shade lighter for your brows. And if you have light hair, you should have one shade darker, because you don't really need to match your brows to your hair. And I already have microblading, but I just like to darken it a little bit more. If you guys are looking to get microblading done, I would really recommend Julie at Victoria Natural Lines. She's amazing. She's really good. Once we can. All right, and then I also have this brown mascara, and this is from Tarte. It is just a dark brown. Oh, it's called black brown. And I just kind of use it quite sparingly. It's like a little wand. And I just kind of do it on the edges, just for more of a feathered brow with a natural start. I don't like when it looks very harsh. And then I just kind of emphasize the tail of the brow. And this also sets the brow hairs in place so they don't move around. All right, so now I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush. The fluffier the better. And it's just gonna wipe away this excess. And I just kind of do circular motions. And just kind of get all that off. And now, because I look kind of like a ghost, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. So I got this Ciate. It's really cute. It's Jessica Rabbit. Got it on sale at Sephora. They still have it on sale. It's cute. So I just kind of take this brush and swirl it around, And this bronzer I'm gonna put all over my face just because I'm so light, so. This one does have shimmer in it, so shimmer can also sometimes emphasize texture in the skin. So if you're really worried about texture with your acne, I would go for a matte. But I still like it for luminosity just because I am 31. It's nice to have a little bit of glow. And you don't want to push too hard with the brush either, because then you could remove your foundation or put holes in your foundation, even if it is baked. Okay. So now I'm going to go through with Tarte bronzer. This one's called Park Avenue Princess. And I'm just going to take, this is more of a flat bronzing brush. And you're just gonna find your natural cheekbone and on your jaw, and then kind of that 3 motion where you have it slightly on your forehead. On the forehead, I really like to blend it, and I'll go back with another brush after and blend it more too. So now I'm gonna take a clean, fluffy brush and just blend that in, just so it doesn't look too harsh. Especially on the forehead, you don't want to have powder deposit. And some people like to contour their nose. I feel like my bridge is very wide, so whenever I do it, it doesn't really look that good, but maybe I just don't know how to do it properly. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the Too Faced. This is such a cute little container. And it's called Fancy Pink Diamond. And I love highlighter. Again, highlighter can emphasize texture, but I find it also kind of just makes your skin look like skin again, kind of. So I do that under my eye all the way. I go up. And I go down my nose. So that's kind of how I contour my nose, but I don't actually do a dark contour, just a highlight. You can do like a little bit up here. If you have oily skin though, you might not want to do that. I find my skin's becoming more combination, where I still have like hormonal acne, but up here it can be dry, so I like to add more luminosity. But if you do have oily skin from acne, it's probably better not to do that because you'll get really oily for the day. I'm just gonna add a little bit more bronzer. So now I'm gonna do eyes. I usually do pretty minimal on eyes. Sometimes I get adventurous, but today I'm just gonna do like more of a basic everyday look. So I'm gonna do, this is the Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn palette. And I'm probably gonna do kind of a mixture of Golden Hour and Pyramid on there. And first you wanna take a flat brush. Put that up into the crease. I like using orange browns on my eyes because I have kind of gray eyes, and it just brings out the blue because they're complementary colors. And I'm also gonna bring that a little bit on my lash. On here. For me, that just kind of covers where there's any wrinkles or that kind of stuff. And then I'll take a fluffy brush And then I'll just do like a little bit of a corner highlight as well. I'm using this gold. Just for a little bit. It just kind of wakes you up. Brings light into your eyes. All right. So, now I'm gonna add lashes. I don't always wear lashes, and sometimes I just use like a primer, eyelash curler, and then some mascara. But I feel like wearing them today. These are pretty natural ones too. So I just take a little bit of my lash glue. And my tweezers. Just let that set for just a second or so. Just so the glue can partially dry and then it can kind of adhere better. And the other one. All right, so I'm just gonna let those dry for a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna do my lips. So I like to slightly overdraw my lips a little bit. I don't really have a prominent lip line, so that's why also, if you can see, I have foundation covering, because otherwise I'll see like a little bit of redness with my lipstick. So this is just a MAC lip liner in Strip Down. I'm just gonna kind of create a bow and blend it down a little bit. Alright, and now I've got some lip gloss. And this is Iconic, it's the brand. And the color is called Nearly Nude. Alright, and with lashes, I always love to put mascara on after because it just really connects the two and looks more natural. And also my natural lashes are a little bit blonde, so just darken them. So I'm using the Grande Drama. This is a mascara that has castor oil in it, so it's good for your lashes to grow. And I sometimes put bottom mascara on my lower lashes, but not always. I find it does kind of make me look a little bit more tired. Once in a while, if I have a really smudgy eye look, but not today. All right, so I'm gonna let that just set for a second. And then my favorite step is finishing spray, setting spray. So this one's just a rose spray, rose water. I used all different ones. I find as long as it just kind of like slightly dampens your skin, it'll be nice. And rose water is good for calming. So I just kind of missed, I use quite a bit. Because I find this makes your skin kind of come back to life after all that powder.
So here are the final looks. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. And I hope you guys have an incredible day. I had a lot of fun making this video, and it was my first time, something I've always wanted to do for a very long time. So I hope it was decent enough to listen to till the end, and have an amazing night. Bye.